Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Car Connections. I wanted to give a quick update on the Dodge Challenger and what are some things that I've done to it in the last probably couple of weeks since I purchased it. I'm sure you guys have already noticed some differences from my previous video if you've been close to the channel. If not, this is going to be completely new to you. So what have I done? What are some of the mods I've done to the car? And of course, one of the first things I've done to the car the minute I got it, within the first, couple of days, I scheduled a tint, which is absolutely necessary for this car. And I think it makes the car look 10 times better, especially in this knuckle white color that the car comes with. So that's kind of the very first mod I did to the vehicle. One of the major mods I did, and this was done between me and my son, is one of the things I shared with you guys is that these cars ride really high. And I do like the front. I think the front sits just the way I like it. You could technically say it could be dropped a little bit more. However, the rear was the one that was riding really, really high. And I could literally fit my whole hand like this, all the way to the thumb top, on the top of the wheel well. And as you guys can see, and again, it used to fit my entire hand, and now I'm talking about maybe 3 fingers, which significantly changed the way the car sits. I think the car just sits so much nicer now than it did before, and it lines up to the front way better. I've actually measured it with the tape across the board, and the front actually sits, man, I would say maybe half an inch, if that, lower in the front than the rear. So again, when I switched my suspension from the stock, which you guys can see the springs in the rear are there, those are my stock springs, and I went with some iBox Sportline. And I only wanted to do the rear, so I did not change the front. And I just think the car just looks so much better, and it no longer rides like a 4x4. So that was a major mod I did on the car. At least I believe. I had never done that before. I've never dropped my own vehicle. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I got a little bit of courage, and I went ahead and knocked it out myself. I will tell you just a little trick for you guys who are thinking about doing this on these cars, and this is just a recommendation. It was a game changer. I mean, the whole install for me took me 4 hours, and it's supposed to take 4 hours for the entire car. So that gives you an idea of some of the challenges I ran into. And it was, I was trying, I don't want to say cut corners, but try to make it a little bit faster than what I anticipated. And my big recommendation to you guys would be, make sure you drop that exhaust. There's a screw at the very tail end of the pipe that you want to unscrew, and then there's a hinge kind of towards the middle that you want to unhinge, so the mufflers in the rear can actually sag lower to allow you to get to a specific bolt that's in there. Don't skip this, guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to just add a lot more pain and heartache to you. Once I did that, the one side on this side, again, I said 4 hours. This one side, which is this one right here, took me about 30-45 minutes. So if I would have dropped the exhaust from the very get-go, I would have never put up with that pain. And I would have probably knocked out this job in about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. But again, that would be my recommendation. Of course, one of the other things I did within the first week that I bought this car, and I've only had this car for about 3 weeks or a month, is I did a mid-muffler delete. That is something that it should be table stakes. If you're not doing that, you should be doing that. I think it's a must mod. It wakes up the car tremendously, makes the car sound fantastic. Actually, let me do a quick little startup so you guys can just kind of hear the monster roar. It's gonna get so loud. car wake up, and I don't know if you guys notice these little side markers right here. They have that little yellow finish. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and get some tint and black those out. I'm going with more of that dark, kind of everything needs to be blacked out finish. The other thing you guys might notice is I'm missing the 392 Scat Pack bumblebees that are typically on the side of the fenders, which traditionally will go right there on the vehicle. Again, I'm going for more of that dark with white kind of look, more of a menacing look. And so I decided to actually take those off, and I've actually ordered a different type of set that has, I guess they call it a Hellcat, I don't know if it's called a bumblebee or bumblebee cat, or I don't know. It's shaped, it's almost shaped like a little round bumblebee, but it has like little horns on it, and it's black, matte black, and I think it just looks super sharp. And so that's what I plan on putting there on the side markers of the car. Again, the 392 bumblebee that it comes with, it's yellow and it's chrome, and it just, to me, it was just, it was a must. I had to remove that off of the vehicle. The other thing I've done to the vehicle is I've added this, I think what folks call it is this bumblebee stripe on the back. I feel like the back just had too much white going on, and I went ahead and added that little, I guess if you want to call it bumblebee stripe there in the middle, which is this one right there. And I think it just kind of brought the car down a little bit and gave it a much better view. And it's weird, but it makes the line of the car, which is this line right here, look so awesome on the car. I don't know why it does that. I'm sure there's some folks out there that know about shadows and lines, and by adding specific colors to cars, how it makes specific lines come out. But I think that was, I think it just makes the car look so much better. The other thing I did is I did do a quick D-badge on the back. Typically here it will say the word Dodge in chrome, and I went completely and removed that away from the vehicle. And I think it just, again, looks so much more menacing without it. Just a much cleaner view. So that's another, again, a mod that was done to the vehicle. I am scheduling her in. There's one more mod I will be doing on the 27th of December. And again, here in Houston, Texas. And the next mod I will be doing is this hood. This hood is about to be completely matte black. For a while there, I was thinking about doing the stripes on the car, but I went back and forth, and I said, you know what, I think with the bumblebee race stripe in the back, trying to black everything out with the car being knuckle white, I think that matte hood is going to look great. And so again, that's scheduled in December the 27th, I think at 9 in the morning. And of course, I'll go ahead and do a quick video on that, just to give you guys the way it's looking. Man, I just do not like those. I'm looking at the video right now. I do not like those orange or yellow side markers. Again, I'm gonna black those out. The other thing, as you guys know, this is a 392. It is an SRT engine that powers this car. It has fantastic torque. I've had the car again for about a month. I've come from really fast cars. I've owned a Hellcat, and I've owned a Camaro ZL1, so I know what fast is. And to be fair, this car is actually fairly fast. It's a different type of fast than those other cars. One thing I'll share with you guys, I would say about 95% of the time this car feels like a Hellcat. 95% of the time. It's when you're going 50, maybe 70 miles an hour and you decide to open her up, that is where you will notice the difference between a Scat Pack with this SRT engine, or, you know, the car with the blower, with that big ass blower, or supercharger, sorry, that the Hellcat has. That is where you will notice the power of the Hellcat. But besides that, guys, driving into the day, getting off and on ramps, you know, trying to pass somebody, I mean, there's not that much of a difference. And so for you guys that are thinking about getting a Hellcat compared to a Scat Pack, You know, is that extra $15,000, $20,000 worth when 95% of the cars, both of them, feel exactly the same the way they ride? Now, as I mentioned, I did change the suspension in the rear. I have not changed anything in the front because I like the way it looks. To me, the car does not change the way the car feels. So I know you guys might have some questions. Does the ride quality take a hit? Not really. To be fair, I drive my car in track all the time. I want to feel the road. I like the way I like to feel all the crevices in the road. I like to just, everything is in track mode in my car. Steering wheel, transmission, suspension. And I guess maybe I was spoiled with my Camaro ZL1 because there is no modes. There's only one, and it's called track mode. And I guess I got spoiled driving it that way. And so now that's the way I drive my Scat Pack. The other thing I did is, one little minor thing is, typically this center cap right here in the middle comes with a little center cap that has these little hash marks on it. Didn't really like the hash marks, and so I just went ahead and matched what's in the hood. If you open up the hood on these cars, it has this SRT logo right over the valve caps. And I thought it would blend in nice with the car. And so that's what I've done to the vehicle. The other thing I'm thinking about doing, but I'm just not sure, is these, I can't think of the name, but you guys know what I'm talking about, these chrome dam things to tie down the wheels. I'm thinking about going black, finding some black ones, again, with that black view. And then the other thing is, what do you guys think? I'm thinking about painting those calipers. I just don't know what color. I mean, I could go with a traditional red, but I don't know if I want to do that. I've thought of colors like maybe like a blue, like a baby blue. Orange, I think, will look sharp. I've even thought about like yellow. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think would look nice on a white knuckle car in regards to the calipers? So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I just wanted to show you guys, give you a quick update on some of the modifications that have been done on the vehicle. And she's looking really, really nice. I love the way the rear has finally planted. It's completely settled in, and it just completely changed the way the vehicle just looks. The profile looks so much better. Again, this is Car Connections, guys. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Put your comments down there. I've been getting some shit, excuse my French, from going from a Camaro to the Challenger, and I get it. You know, it's just, I love vehicle, guys, and I like to have all types of vehicles, but my favorite vehicles are the three pony cars, if you want to call them. You know, I love the Mustang, I love the Camaro, and I love the Challenger. Something about these cars, from a look perspective, I think this is my favorite. Something about this car has a lot of just aura around the 1970s and how cars used to look, and this car just brings that back to the new generation. And so that's pretty good. Oh, one last thing. I think I'm gonna remove or debadge that Challenger badge that's here. I don't like it because it's chrome. I am gonna leave the RT badge red up there because I think that looks sharp. I think that would be the only thing I have that would be red on the car unless I do the calipers red. But for now, I think this is gonna be absolutely removed. And that's pretty much it, guys. Again, Car Connections, thumbs up, thumbs down. I think today's December 20th, 2019. So far, I had the car for about 3 weeks or maybe a month. Really enjoying her. Until the next one, guys. Take it easy. Peace.